guys, welcome to Anime Podcasters. I am not your host, I'm the side guy, Caution Ginger. That's also the name of my channel for DDS. And I'm sure all you guys know our fabulous host, Jaianmusic.
Hi guys, my name is Jaianmusic, and that is also the name of my channel. On my channel, what do I do really quickly? I do music, I podcast, I vlog a little bit, so come check me out if you feel like it.
Like I just said, I'm Caution Ginger. That's my sub-channel. My main channel is Daydreamer Studios. My personal channel, I'm a Let's Player and voice actor, skits, and gonna try and get a music project underway with Jaden.
We will.
My name is GoProkyo. I am the channel manager for Daydreamer Studios. I put up the videos, I edit the videos, and I'm also the director and co-writer for Naruto Abridged. My channel is completely dormant, so just go to Daydreamer Studios because nothing is going to happen on GoProkyo forever.
Oh, right. Forgot to throw that in. I'm the founder of Daydreamer Studios.
Good for you.
Good. We'll put that that little like checkpoint at the end of the video. Very quickly, we do this thing on the podcast where we promote a channel or a website that is anime related or someone who needs a little bit of promotion. I would like to promote this website called myanimelist.net. It's a huge database of all these different animes, mangas, and it has all these amazing resources. And you can look up any show ever, and you can list out if you've watched it, if you are watching it, what you think about it. So it's a great way if you want to look into, maybe I want to check out this new anime. You go look at that anime on that site, you get reviews and everything. There's all these clubs in it, and it's just a big, huge community of anime people, and it's awesome. So if you're an anime fanatic like yourselves, go check that out. Also, if you guys are interested, you can download all of the episodes of the podcast for an audio-only version on mascatomelody.bandcamp.com. Link will be in the description. For the topic of this podcast, we're going to be doing a little bit like episode number 2. We're each going to pick 5 anime villains. We're going to pick, in our opinions, the 5 greatest anime villains that we've came across. If you guys don't mind, I'd like to kick us off with my first pick.
Yeah, sure thing.
You're the host. Go ahead.
Okay. Before we got on, I was telling these guys how my first pick, or like one of my picks, is gonna be really controversial because a lot of people wouldn't consider this guy as a villain, but I absolutely do. My first pick is from Death Note. My first pick is Light Yagami. I think this guy is pure evil any way you look at it because he's killing a bunch of people all the time. He wants to rule as the god of the new world. He's got these good intentions in his mind, but I think he's a villain nonetheless. So my first pick is Light Yagami. I know, Austin, you're the biggest Death Note fan ever.
Oh, yeah, totally. I can't get enough of death.
Of notes and notes. But what do you guys think about
his favorite anime?
Anime, yes. Well, how do you guys feel about Light Yagami as the first pick?
I don't know why you would think that's a controversial pick. I think that's just villain, clear-cut villain, in my opinion.
Because he's got this huge fan base, right? And a lot of people be like, he's a hero because like what he was the main character, and you can't have a main character as a villain kind of thing. But
I feel like it's okay to have like a villain type character as your lead, like you.
No, definitely.
Well, like sort of an example is have you got either of you guys seen oh wait, never mind, you haven't seen it yet, Austin. Have you seen The Devil is a Part-Timer, Giant?
I have.
Yeah, that sounds dangerously close to Death Note in terms of like the lead.
Main character is evil.
Yeah, the main character
is a devil.
Yeah. So,
I see what you mean. Okay.
But like the way that they portray him in Part-Timer is actually really funny for one. It's okay to have sort of a villain character as your lead.
No, for sure.
Because it's nice to see a different perspective. Like usually everybody's used to the I am the hero.
No, for sure. But like the reason why I picked Light is really because I feel like he is pure evil. He kills all these people, all these criminals right at the beginning, but then we see him starting to kill FBI agents, all of these different people that oppose his path. He kills Al, he kills all these different people, and I really feel with the Death Note, he gets this he feels like he unlocks this god status, and it kind of goes to his head, and he starts killing off all of these individuals. And one scene that I'll always have in my head is when in Death Note they realize that all of the deaths of the criminals, this is early in Death Note, that they're only happening on like weeknights and like during the weekends. So they're starting to think like, oh, a student is killing these people. And so Light has Light's dad is obviously a police officer, so he can have access to the files of the police, and he sees that they're suspecting a student. So what he does instead is that with his he takes clippings from the death note and writes down different times of death, so that like a criminal dies kills off every hour, right? And there's like this scene where he's like at school eating lunch. Next thing you know, an inmate dies. Next thing you know, he's in gym class plasting around a soccer ball, and he's all like, "Oh, this is a fun day." And like as he knows that he's like killing off people every hour, someone's dying, and he's like, "Oh, it's all good." La, 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 la. Like absolutely insane. I think he's pure evil. I really think he's evil. When I finished Death Note, I was like, "No, there's no way this guy's evil." But I really feel like this guy's evil. So I put him on my list because I think he's definitely a worthy mention.
I feel like he's turned evil
because of the Death Note.
Because of the Death Note.
Yeah.
No, for sure. So the Death Note is evil? My first pick is a book.
Well,
Fuck!
but I wouldn't put it past it. Why Light instead of Ryuk?
I didn't pick Ryuk because Ryuk is like he dropped the Death Note because he like was bored, right? But the entire story, Ryuk is super neutral. You know what I mean? He doesn't really help out like that much. He might mention it to like, oh, you're being tailed, or like he's laughing when with Naomi Misora and all these different like events. But like Ryuk is super neutral in the entire story, and Light's really the one carrying this whole righteous judgment. All criminals will die. That's why I really picked him instead of Ryuk. I did think of Ryuk, but I was like, no, Light is much more evil than Ryuk.
Well, yeah, but think about this. Ryuk dropped the Death Note because he was bored. He dropped a book of power that could kill by writing somebody's name into it because he was bored.
That's how he lives, though.
No, yeah.
That's his only way of survival. Like, if he didn't regularly use it, or at least have enough years in his Death Note, then he would die.
Wait,
He's supposedly still alive.
Yeah, like you said, Jane, biggest Death Note fan ever.
All right, this one. So most of my lists, or actually only two on my list, are kind of obscure shows that not many people have watched. So my first pick is from the mini series called Afro Samurai.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah. Not a great, the first part's not great, but the movie's amazing. The villain from that film is Justice, which is a pale, skinny cowboyish character who has this really deep, gravelly voice, and he fights a samurai with guns, and I think that's the fight. Yeah, it is, because like I don't know if it's more badass that he's using the guns or that the guy is just using a sword against a guy with two guns.
Too much badass to determine.
Nice. Yeah. The thing that I like the most about him is that he's kind of in the same vein as Light, but he's he just thinks that the world needs a god of some kind, and if he obtains the #1 headband, in which he does at the very beginning of the film, which is not a spoiler, by the way. I don't know what else to say about it without giving too much away, because the whole movie is worth seeing just for the villain, because the voice actor who plays Justice is the guy who played Hellboy. For those of you who have seen that.
Yeah.
The best part about him is just the performance of the actor and the way that he says his lines and how he draws them out.
He sounds like a very compelling villain the way you're describing him. I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah.
All right, so question. What does Justice do that's actually evil?
Well, he kills the main character's father in order to get the #1 headband, which if you had this headband, you're basically unkillable. Oh. But at the beginning of the movie, the guy who already has the #1 headband, you're not unkillable, apparently, because decapitation.
So then why is he killing for it if he's like, with this, I am unkillable? And then he kills the person who has it. Thus puts in point, you're not unkillable. He's proving himself wrong.
Well, like, you have to have the second, the #2 headband in order to fight the person with the #1.
Oh, it's that. Okay.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of headbands and they're ranked by ranked by number, and if you have this particular headband, then you are able to challenge the higher up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense, actually.
What about you, Austin? Who's your villain? Your first pick?
First one is actually Medusa from Soul Eater.
Ooh, okay.
I picked Medusa because of how sick and twisted and manipulative she is. Because she's a witch, yet she has, and I'm not going to say balls because she's a female, yet she has the tatas to go into the school that teaches meisters and weapons to kill her. She sneaks into the school, becomes a nurse in that school to study them and understand them. Well, I enjoy her because she's one who plays from the shadows, but at the same time, when it comes to actually facing again head-to-head against a meister and a weapon, she won't shy down from the fight. She's like a more gothic Orochimaru, in a sense.
Yeah, she literally is. Like, when I was working on that list, she was originally on that list right after Orochimaru.
That's funny.
Well, you guys know what?
Huh.
My next pick is Orochimaru.
Never mind.
We're so insane. My pick is Orochimaru, and one reason why I picked Orochimaru is because, I mean, this is not like his main thing, but it kind of is. He has so many people working for him, and he kind of has like like Light in the second season of Death Note, where he has like people writing in the Death Note for him. He has a representative that goes on TV for him. Orochimaru has this like wide range of like this wide network of villains and people he can use in his mission. And I didn't watch all of Naruto Shippuden. I'm currently watching it, but I did get past the part where Sasuke kills Orochimaru, and I just thought all before that the big main villain in the first Naruto, where Naruto is like still a genin and everything, really is Orochimaru, and the entire Sound Alliance that takes out the Leaf, and how he fights the Hokage, and how he gets the curse mark on Sasuke. All of these different events, and how he uses jutsu, and like just the entire plateau of people he has working for him, and how evil he is, and how he has all these different DNA tests, and like all of this different like diabolical science just to create like the perfect quote unquote body for him, the perfect vessel. And he has like this like just all of this like power and chaos going for him, and he's such a powerful villain. I really feel like he's one of the best anime villains out there, just because of how powerful and how far his evil grasps. You know what I mean? The guy is, you can't deny it. This guy is really pure evil, and I think he's a great anime villain.
You know, I'm just gonna say he's also on my list, so I don't think I should even describe him, because you've perfectly already gone through all the essentials here.
No, for sure. Well, it won't be the end of the world. But
no.
But what do you guys think of Orochimaru in my pick?
I feel like you can't have an anime villain list without Orochimaru.
Really?
I mean, I do, but
not at all.
I have a list without Orochimaru, but that's besides the point. He's pretty much among the greater villains of anime, like Frieza or the Kishin or a lot of others. Or
yeah.
Or Vicious from Cowboy Bebop. I can't really say that, but
I can't either because I've never seen the show.
I need to see
it. Plan to. But again, I feel like you can't really have a good successful villain list in anime without Orochimaru.
No, not really.
Right.
He is like how you describe Medusa. He is a plotter, and he kind of he's good at disguising himself, and he can get into your head.
And
I
then,
suppose.
And then you watch Naruto SD.
Yeah.
But like what I love about Orochimaru, like his life ambition, just to like learn all of like the secrets and how he wants immortality, and all of like he just wants to like he'll do anything to accomplish that. You know what I mean? He has this like drive and determination that I feel like anime villains nowadays lack because he's just so powerful and he'll do whatever he has to do. And like, remember when he was fighting the third Hokage, right? And he summons the first and second Hokage. When those two Hokages get defeated, you can just see that the two bodies that he used to summon those guys were Dosu and Kin, which were the Sound Ninja Genings in the Forest of Death. And I was like, oh my god, just sacrifice these guys for that? That is so amazing in its own like messed up way. I mean, the guy really planned the entire thing out. I mean, who else like Orochimaru can plan out an entire attack on the leaf with the alliance with the sand? It's just absolutely insane. I just Orochimaru is like needs to be on that list. He just needs to.
And I second that motion.
I third that.
All right, another character I feel like you can't have a anime villain list without is Frieza.
Damn it! That was my next
I knew one of you guys had picked Frieza for your list. I knew it. I knew
have a
it.
backup, though. I have a backup. I came prepared.
I will say both of us did, but I picked a backup.
Who is your
I
backup?
did too.
I'm going to tell you my backup when it gets to
Oh,
me.
Yeah,
right.
not
Sorry.
Austin and I are on the same vibe. We're not telling Kyo. Hashtag don't tell Kyo.
Huh?
Hashtag don't tell Kyo.
Because I have a backup, so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I had a feeling both of you would pick Orochimaru, too.
I'm just happy I got to pick him first.
It's okay.
Go ahead, Church. Why'd you pick Frieza?
Mainly because, well, I picked the version of Frieza that I prefer is the Kai version. Mm-hmm. Because one, I like the voice actor better, and it's pretty clear that it's at least male.
Right.
No matter how you portray him, you have to portray him as like this dictator or or basically Napoleon Hitler in space. So,
That's one way to put it.
Huh?
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, to quote.
That's the only way to put it.
Yeah, to quote Team 4-Star, Space Napoleon Hitler. But
Did they actually say that?
yeah, for the Kai abridged episode.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Their recap video. It's hard to say exactly what I don't like about him. It's just like he doesn't feel like necessarily just a character. He feels like a force that's hard to stop. Like as if he were like a natural disaster that you can't really keep from happening. You know what's going to happen no matter what. Mm-hmm. And like just the way he walks around like he owns everything, or that nothing can face him until the end of the arc of the show. He just breaks and he's doing anything he can to defeat Goku because he doesn't want to be outshined by the very thing that he's afraid of.
Right. Like Orochimaru, Frieza has two things. Okay. He has an entire army of people at his bidding, ready to do whatever it takes to complete the mission that he has in mind. He is feared by so many. And the other thing that he really has is that he is determined to kill Goku, right? Same way Orochimaru is determined to get Sasuke, which he eventually does. He has, like, whatever goal Orochimaru has, he's going to get accomplished. He's going to try to get it done, whatever it takes. And same thing with Frieza. So that's what I love about Frieza. And Frieza is really pure evil. I mean, the guy killed almost the entire Saiyan race. You see him destroy planets, like, just like that. Oh, I'm going to kill this planet. Oh, destroy this planet. Oh, destroy this planet. It's kind of like a kid choosing candy from a candy store, but instead he's destroying planets, you know? But he's such a great villain. I really, like, the whole Namek arc. I mean, I fell in love of that arc, with that arc, because of Frieza, because how badass he was. Your pick, Austin.
He's actually from the same series.
Oh,
Go
dear.
ahead.
I'm concerned.
Nappa.
Boo?
Boo.
Boo. Yes, good one.
Have you?
I've seen Boo.
No, I mean, have you seen the arc?
Yeah,
Or the
I've
whole
seen
thing?
the Boo arc.
Oh,
I've finished.
I've actually never seen the whole thing. I've only seen.
But Boo's a great pick. But is there a specific version of Boo? Because there's Majin Boo, Super Boo, Kid
There
Boo.
is.
Okay, go
And
ahead.
I can tell you right now, it is not Majin Buu.
It is Kid Boo. It's Kid Boo.
It's
It has
Kid
to be.
Buu. It's
Oh,
Kid
Of
yeah.
course.
It was.
Kid Buu
It was
is
between.
amazing.
It was between Kid Buu and Super Buu when he had Gotenks absorbed.
Right on.
Because Since he absorbed the personality. Anyway, I'm not talking about that Buu. I'm talking about Kid Buu.
I think that Super Boo was kind of a step down from
From Majin.
yeah.
He was more.
No, I really feel they improved as they
Oh wait,
evolved.
destructive.
no.
I
Oh,
really feel they
Well,
improved as they
Oh wait,
evolved.
no. Oh yeah. No, sorry, that's what I meant to say. I mean, he's a step down from Kid Buu.
Well, that's why Kid Buu comes later.
Yeah.
But
He's
Kid
just
Buu
like
Kid
he's just like
Buu
the Super Buu is the really
is the
he's
adult
more
one.
he's more obnoxious than
He's more obnoxious.
Majin Buu is to
that's
me.
because of who he absorbs.
Yeah.
He absorbed Gotenks.
right.
That's what made him
Right,
more
right, right.
obnoxious.
Sorry, go ahead. I kept interrupting you.
You did.
I'm very sorry.
Anyway, it's Kid Buu because I'm gonna borrow a line from Screw Attack here. He is evil incarnate. He never talks. He's just pure, utter destruction for
Rage.
no apparent reason. Rage, destruction, whatever. For no apparent reason whatsoever. Like, he will fight anyone for any reason. He will destroy anything for any reason. He has absolute no reason behind his methods. Unlike, say... I'm gonna use comic books because I know them better. Unlike Doomsday or Green Goblin or even Joker that have somewhat of methods that you can understand, Boo has absolutely none.
No, he doesn't.
He would kill you as soon as he looked at you. Just
Yeah.
for the bleep of it.
Like, I loved the super. Oh my god, the Spirit Bomb. Sorry, the Spirit Bomb. And when Goku was like throwing it on Kid Buu, and then he was struggling, and they like think about it. They had to wish for Goku to get his energy back to beat Kid Buu. That's how bad it was. They had to use a Dragon Ball wish. Literally, the most like what the series is surrounded around. Like it's all about the Dragon Balls, right? The series is all about collecting the 7 Dragon Balls, making a wish, blah 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 blah. It really is the main focus of the series. They had to use one of those wishes to kill off this guy. That's how amazing and how destructive and how powerful Kid Buu is. So that pick is gold. It's pink gold.
Which, why couldn't they just use the wish to actually kill him? Like, I wish to utterly
'Cause it's
destroy
anime?
Boo forever.
Because then it'd be
anime.
boring.
Yeah, they're gonna do it the complicated way.
Well, if you know how to get around something, then at least you're smart enough to know it.
Yeah. It's like, it would work.
Nah.
Shenron
right.
says that is not within my power. I wish it was.
Why not? Don't complain.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Like, why didn't they wish for Shenron to kill Beerus in Battle of Gods?
Because Varus is a god.
Yeah.
That one,
Yeah,
at least, I can
and-
understand.
Yeah, and Shenron can't do it.
God. All right. Can I go next?
Yeah, go
for
ahead.
it.
All right, so my next villain, I'm gonna be a bit of a Q right now. You guys haven't watched this anime, so you don't know about this because it's really dark. No, I'm kidding. But
Is he Yu
seriously,
Yu Hakusho?
yeah,
Is
yes,
it?
it is.
Is
Yo,
it that one guy?
No,
Is
it's not that one.
guy?
But my next pick is from Yu Yu Hakusho, and it's the very first big bad guy from the series, and his name is Toguro. Do you guys have any idea who Toguro is? Does that ring a bell? No.
He might be in Anime All Stars, but I haven't played it in a while, so I don't know.
Toguro basically is the main character, because there's 4 different sagas in Yu Yu Hakusho, and the best saga, in my opinion, is the Dark Tournament, and he's the big bad guy of this Dark Tournament. He sets up this Dark Tournament. He invites Yusuke and his crew to compete in it, and he really has this like weird relationship with Yusuke where he wants to like defeat and kill Yusuke, but at the same time, Toguro is all about pushing himself to the very limit of his body, and he's like obsessed with Yusuke because he feels that Yusuke is the only like being that can do this. So he has this weird like father like relationship with him where he's like, Yusuke, you got to get stronger and improve upon your skills, and he still wants to like kill him. And what I love about Toguro, it really is his fighting skills. He has like all these really weird like attacks. He can like regenerate himself. He has like this thing where it's like a percentage power where he's like, all right, I'm gonna use 20% of my strength, and like the guy's jacked, right? And he just like gets like super jacked even more, and he's just like a walking like just like huge muscular thing, and he just defeats anything in like a second. He's just so powerful, right? And you really like, and in the Yu Yu Hakusho, like, okay, spoiler alert. There comes to a point where like Yusuke can't like it's the final battle between Toguro and Yusuke really can't beat Toguro, and he really feels like he's at his with end, and Togoro's all like, well, I'm gonna kill one of your best friends, and that'll provoke you to get stronger, right? And Toguro pretends to kill one of Yusuke's friends just so Yusuke could get pissed off, more strong, and could defeat Toguro, because Toguro is that obsessed with wanting to get to his limit of his power. And the most messed up thing about Toguro, right, is when he does get beaten by Yusuke, he goes to Spirit World, which is like kind of like heaven, like after the afterlife, right?
Right.
And they're like, okay, well, you've done some good in your life, and you've done some bad. So we can like give you a minor sentence, in jail or whatever. And the guy's like, I know, I want to go in limbo for, if I'm not mistaken, how long did he want to go for 10,000 years of torture, which is limbo, okay?
Okay.
And and this is like the worst sentence you give someone in Yu Yu Hakusho. And he's like, please give me the worst sentence. And it's like 10,000 years of like 24/7 torture. That's literally what it is. And he wants that. And we never understand why he does. It's just that's the way the anime was written. And like, just love Toguro. So I really think this guy has so much backbone to him, and just he's such a mystery. He's this big question mark, but he's such a great villain. So I had to pick him.
All right. I can't really back it up just because I don't really know the guy. But by what you've said, he definitely sounds like he deserves to be on the list.
Yeah, and another thing worth mentioning is Toguro is wishes to become a demon, and he's the first like demon in the series that reaches B class, which is one of the higher classes of demons. Where a B class demon is pretty powerful and can like do some major damage, and he's the first like big B class demon halfway through the series. So he's really the big like he's almost like. I would say he's Frieza to Dragon Ball Z for Yu Yu. He's like Frieza's Yu Yu Hakusho in the sense that the very first like big bad guy, right, is Frieza in Dragon Ball Z. The very first big bad guy in Yu Yu Hakusho is Toguro.
When you said Yu Yu Hakusho, I was the only villain that I could think of that was gonna come up was Sensui.
Oh, Sensui.
Yeah, is he?
It sounds like he totally forgot about him. Like,
Yeah. Does he compare at all, or is he just not as?
Does he compare to Toguro?
Yeah.
I think Sensui, in my opinion, takes it over Toguro. But I don't know. They're both very different like villains, and Sensui's just in a whole other league. But he does. They do like I think the big two bad guys of the series really is Sensui and Toguro.
Okay. I was just curious. I haven't actually seen his arc yet, but I have. Seen Watch Mojo's top 10 anime list, so
right.
Yeah. Okay, my second pick is from an anime that both of you know, and you're not gonna know this guy by name, but you'll probably know once I get to explaining it. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you guys the anime. It's High School of the Dead.
okay.
Did you hate that anime though?
I don't really care for it. Like, I think it could have been better.
I was all like, yo, Church, let's do an episode about that anime. He's like, no, I don't feel like doing that. And now you're like picking like a bad guy in this podcast. We're going to make a podcast about that show now. Look back upon this moment and know why we're podcasting about High School of the Dead like 3 months from now.
You did kind of walk into this one, Kyo.
I did. I was really, I don't know, should we say passionate about hating that show?
Yeah, you were.
Well, it's going to be a passionate
it was
podcast.
too, quote unquote,
Sure.
risque.
Well, that's not the reason why I don't like it.
That's
like
one
I
of.
did. No, nah. Now that I have thought about stuff a lot more and got myself figured out a bit, it doesn't bother me that there's fan service in it. It just bothers me that it's the center of the show. Like, I don't feel like the zombies are the stars. The zombies barely come in. You focus on the characters the characters with breasts.
They're trying to survive.
Huh. Yeah. But the character that I chose for a villain, which is honestly one of the only characters in there that I actually do like, is Koichi Shido.
I have no idea.
Oh,
That's the crazy teacher that gathers all the students on a bus.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, okay, that guy.
I
Yeah.
still don't.
He is so creepy. I love it.
Like Orochimaru creepy?
Really creepy. He
He's
really is
so creepy. Like the clencher for me was the scene where one of the students trips and his ankle is broken or something, and he just like kicks him in the face, like square in the face
when
with
the
his
zombies
boot.
were invading. I know. I saw that. I was like, dude, what the hell?
He's like, "Oh, you've broken your leg. How unfortunate."
Boom.
Yeah, jeez.
Pretty awesome, if you ask me.
Yeah. Just to explain him a little bit, he's sort of got this thing in his mind that if he saves enough students, he can repopulate the world as the leader. or like lead them into a new population or a new era. The way he talks about it, he manipulates the students so well. They're all just buying into the lies that he's feeding them, except for the only girl that doesn't agree with anything he says. Just
Yeah, I remember.
I didn't get. I didn't understand why she was just like, you're gonna regret trusting him or something. Like she didn't even give a reason until the very, very end. Like she couldn't have said something earlier, like while they were on the bus.
The point of that was, in my mind, was to like keep this I guess like this kind of this spotlight on him of, oh, remember how this girl feels about him, you know? Oh, maybe this guy has like this. There's more to this guy than meets the eye, you know? That's how I felt about that.
Yeah. I don't know, it's probably just the delivery, because I think all the girls are not portrayed very well. Like they're more treated as like, I don't know, like if you switch their heads around onto a different body, you wouldn't know the difference.
No, I know what you mean. I kind of get what you mean.
I don't want to say anymore that everything about it is horrible. I feel like there are things that could have been better, but
No, for sure.
it's not the worst thing I've seen. So if you guys like it, then you can like it. That's totally fine. If you guys see something in there that I don't, well, I don't know. I guess I just don't see what you guys see.
Well, people have their preferences. All right, Austin, what's your next pick?
This one's Kishin. Because
Okay, talk to me about Kishin. I don't know Kishin at all.
You don't know Kishin at all?
No, I don't. So please fill me in.
All right, so like I said with Boo, who's destruction incarnate, Kishin is madness incarnate. He's
insanity, just pure insanity.
He is basically the anime Joker.
Worse than the Joker.
Worse than Joker, if you really want to go that far. I'm not going to go that far because I love Joker, but Kishin, to a lot of people, is basically the anime Joker, if not worse, because his blood, if it gets into anybody, like if it gets into you, you start slipping away into madness.
Mm-hmm.
And you start hallucinating, you start losing your mind, you'll attack, you'll lash out at whoever's around you. There's an entire plot point of Soul Eater is his blood, so I won't dive too much into that. But he has been sealed away for, what, 100 years?
Not even 100.
Not even 100?
Or like since the beginning of a certain point.
Beginning
like
of time, basically?
No, well... I guess so. Like back when he was
when Death was a badass. Let's go with that.
He still is a badass. He's just not good at showing
when
it.
Death is showing that he is a badass. Basically, Kishin's been sealed away a long time in a sack of his own skin.
Uh-huh.
And when he's brought out, he wreaks havoc tenfold. He is the one person that Death is afraid of. That is how bad he is.
That's crazy.
I can't really dive too much into him.
Well, you can't really say scenes that he's in or too much of what he's done because that would spoil it.
Because they'd spoil it, and because I haven't seen it for a while.
Okay, I got you. Huh, that's interesting.
But he is an awesome villain.
He is amazing.
When you got a minute, Jaden, check him out.
I think I should get into the Soul Eater thing. I'm currently like watching Yu Yu Hakusho for like this other thing I'm doing, which we'll talk about at the end of the show. But no, definitely Soul Eater has got to be on my anime watch list, which you can actually make a watch list on myanimelist.net. No kidding.
Or if you have Netflix, it's on Netflix in English.
It is. Even Canadian Netflix. That's how good the world is.
Yeah, that's how good Soul Eater is.
Not a sponsor, by the way.
No.
Not a sponsor, by the way.
We're not a sponsor we're not a sponsor of anybody who we promote on this podcast. We just like to get some of these characters out there.
For sure. All right, here's my next villain, and I think this villain's is gonna finish the trifecta of all three main Dragon Ball Z villains. I'm picking Cell. Give me Cell. This guy is absolutely insane. He's I don't even know. Is he a guy? He's a girl? I don't know. But
he's
like Cell, he's a guy. Okay, we'll go with guy. I absolutely love Cell. Cell, when he's trying to absorb the androids, when he's like fighting Goku, when he's ridiculing Vegeta, when he's killing Trunks, there's so many moments, there's so many things that Cell has done that just make him an amazing villain. Okay, this guy has like a DNA of like every single like Dragon Ball Z character almost, except for Krillin, because who wants Krillin's DNA, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
And,
no, they actually still used his DNA.
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
right.
Yeah.
They use Yamcha.
They
did.
didn't use Yamcha is the
Oh.
thing. They used Krillin,
They
just
used
not
Krillin,
Yamcha.
They didn't use Yamcha.
You don't want to use Yamcha, but I absolutely
never
love
use
Cell. I
Yamcha.
think he's really worth being put on this list. I think this speaks to just Dragon Ball Z. The fact that all three main villains of Dragon Ball Z show up on this list is just
Yeah.
talks to how big
Vegeta.
of a success Dragon Ball Z is.
Vegeta's
Cell
not considered
is-
a villain anymore.
No, but I really love Cell. I really feel that he has this incredible power to him. He has this determination. The Cell tournament was amazing. Like, just arc. I love that. I love the entire scene where he's going trying to when like Piccolo starts fighting Android 17, and then Cell shows up, and like Piccolo's like, "Oh, I kicked your butt before. I can do it again." And he's like, "No, you can't." And then he just wrecks Piccolo, and he absorbs Android 17. And then Tien shows up, wrecks Tien, and then Goku shows up. He's like, "I'm still not strong enough, right?" I think when has Goku done that to an enemy before? I still can't fight you right now. Give me more time to train. Never, not that I recall. So Cell just you can't deny that he's an amazing villain.
No, you really can't. Have you seen the newest episode of TFS?
I have.
They are doing really well with Cell so far.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I'll show you after the
I
podcast.
gotta watch like their last 3 episodes.
Yeah, I'll show you after the podcast, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but how do you guys feel about Cell?
Cell
I like
is
Cell more than Boo. I will say that. The only reason I said Boo was because I thought he was more of a threat. But Cell is actually my favorite GBZ villain.
Oh, really? Why is he your favorite?
yeah,
He's
dude,
the
go on.
most badass. And like you said, he is the one that Goku said, "Hey, no, I'm not ready for you yet. Give me some time to train." And where Cell actually would listen to it.
You know what? How can I not mention this? The Kamehameha Gohan versus Cell. How amazing is that?
When it's Gohan and the Ghost of Goku or Spirit of Goku.
Yeah. And then they're doing the Kamehameha against each other, and just like everyone's like, "We gotta help Gohan," and like Cell's just like, "No, you can't do anything." And finally, Vegeta blasts him, and that's his opportunity, and he like,
Yeah.
Cell is easily like second to Frieza. Like, not. I'm not saying that in the bad way, because I think like Boo is awesome, but he didn't leave as big of an impact as Frieza or Cell.
No.
Cell, I have to say, definitely left a huge impression on just everybody, not just me or any of us. I think it left an impression on every single fan of Dragon Ball Z.
really did.
Just how he is. Every single form is bone-chillingly cool. Like the first form is honestly my favorite, if not Perfect Cell.
I hate second form.
Second
Me
form.
too.
I don't think anybody likes second form.
I'm like, "What are you doing? Go hide in the bush. I don't
Please-
like you. Go absorb an android."
If you're going to exist, please fix the lips. The lips are yucky.
Oh. Oh my god! Did you see the TFS episode when he's like, "Oh, I have lips now"?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's fun.
That was.
Yeah.
Oh, I could not stop laughing.
That was the greatest opportunity that they could not miss.
And
Oh my God.
they didn't miss at all.
No, man, no.
Oh my god!
right.
But what's your pick? Who's your pick? Your next pick, Church? Is he better than Cell? Can he beat Cell? Probably not.
I don't know. If you watch this show and then let the show build up, then maybe. But I pick a lot of obscure shows to enjoy because one, not everybody's fangasming over it, and they're just like, "Oh, this is amazing," which isn't bad that somebody's enjoying it. At least they're passionate about it. But like, it gets irritating when every single person you know is like, "Go watch this guy because he's yes." But okay, so the show that I'm pulling this character from is Gunnex Sword. I'm sorry, dear friend.
No, you're not.
Actually, I'm not.
You can
I'm
love
never-
the show. I'm not against you loving it. It's like the
Okay.
High School of the Dead argument. We may like it, but you just don't. That's fine.
Yeah.
So who's the character?
Yeah, the character is the main villain of the show. And like as I said when we were doing the top 5 or doing our what was it? character list, like the guys we would take into battle with us.
Yeah.
Right.
Mine or the villain that I chose is the Claw, and which his name he goes by, or he just goes by that because the guy always has, well, he doesn't always. That goes into the story. Damn it, I made a spoiler. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, sure. No spoiler here. He is the character who is responsible for killing the main character's wife, who, which is the whole reason the series goes into motion. It's hard to talk about him without spoiling anything. He's more of a character that you have to let the atmosphere build up, and you have to just, he has to stay in shadow and mystery for a good chunk of the show to really be surprising.
Right.
Because when you find out what he actually looks like, it is a huge shock. And when there is a scene that doesn't necessarily spoil anything, but he's got this henchman, and the guy's like going against the orders or something, and he's trying to be, or he comes off as he's being nice and friendly, and he walks up to him and he just gives the guy a hug, and he's like, I love you. And then the Claw starts ripping him open from the back, like,
Oh my god.
and it is so gruesome, and he's like, uh-oh, I've done it again.
Oh, I love
the
you.
daisies.
Huh? Yeah. It is so dark and freaky, but it is,
I love it.
it's like, yeah, it's like watching the Joker do something horrible. You know it's horrible, but it's a character that's enjoying what he's doing so
Like the
much.
Jason Todd story.
Huh?
Like the Jason Todd story.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god. Oh, great villain. He sounds really compelling.
He is really amazing. Like, there's a lot of shock and mystery to it. So I'll just tell you guys, go watch Gun X Sword. The first episode, or the first 3 or 4 episodes, are in English for free on YouTube by Funimation. So you guys can go and check that out and view it for free and see if you like the first 4 episodes.
All right. Austin, go ahead.
Pain from Naruto Shippuden.
Oh, snap.
Nice pick.
Pain of cards. How can I not pick him?
Because you picked
Damn.
Orochimaru.
Yeah, I can still.
You still can't have an anime villain list without him, because he's even on the Watch Mojo list.
Pain is a great pick. Go ahead.
Yeah,
All right,
please.
so Pain, with him being the leader of the Akatsuki, with him viciously searching the world for the 9
Jinchurikis.
for the 9 Jinchuriki, with no regard for anything. It's just sending off a brutal message as a boss, and as like, I'm getting my goal done no matter what.
Also, I like that he's kept in shadow until like later in the show.
Yeah,
And that's another great idea, is like always have your villain like kind of, or like if that's your plan, like you should have your villain be in mystery for a little while.
yeah. But there's two major parts that show me what a villain he is, and spoiler alert, but I think that goes without saying. That's when he fights against Jiraiya, his previous sensei, and viciously kills him without a second thought. I mean, he gives him like one chance to escape, but then after that, it's just lights out.
No holds barred.
And then the second time is that we find out that it's not exactly Pain who's the villain, it's Nagato. Pain is just being a puppet this entire time, a soulless puppet. And I'm just like, oh my god, that is awesome. I mean, yeah, he turns good, but when he's a villain, he is a freaking badass villain.
He really is. He just, I just can't go wrong with Pain.
Nuh-uh.
Don't take that out of context, listeners. Pain you can go wrong with. The character you cannot go wrong with.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Though. The true fans of this podcast know what I mean. Like, Pain
all 53 of them. At least on our channel.
We love you. We love all of you.
But what I was gonna say is, like, in the destruction of the Leaf Village, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, dude.
And
like,
when he kills Kakashi Sensei,
That made me sad.
that made you sad.
That whole scene made me sad.
yeah.
He's brought back.
Especially during the flashback with his dad, or no, the near-death experience with his dad.
Sad.
That made me cry.
Hinata scene almost made me cry.
Yeah, that made me cry too. I felt so horrible for her.
That was it was
Everybody who died by Pain's hand, I think, was a really sad death.
Yeah.
making him an amazing villain and earning him a spot on Austin's list.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
All right, Jaden, who's your number 5?
I'm out of
my last
I'm
pick.
out of villains here.
Oh
so.
yeah, because you said Orochimaru, so
Orochimaru
Well, I mean-
and Frieza.
yeah.
Well, I made some backups. So, I mean, if you have time to think of one, I mean, while I talk, then you got one.
I
So
don't
think
know
about
if
it.
I can.
But my last villain, okay, my final villain was previously mentioned, is also from Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm going with Sensui Shinobu. Before Yusuke was Church, you know how Yusuke is a spirit detective, right?
Yeah.
You know how Koenma picked him, right? Koenma, the guy, the king from the guy from Spirit World is like,
Yeah.
Okay. So before Yusuke was even a spirit detective, Koenma chose Shinobu Sensui. Okay, from a very young age, Shinobu had just had this amazing talent at like kicking demons' butt, right? And he was really good, and he's really the main antagonist of the Chapter Black saga, which is right after the Dark Tournament. So kind of Toguro goes into limbo and decides to get tortured for 10,000 years because he's, I don't know why still. After that, Sensui shows up with the Sensui 7, okay? And originally, the Sensui 7, we believe, is him and a group of six other like individuals he has working for him. And Sensui's big plot here, what he wants to do, this is how evil this guy is. There's human world and there's demon world. This guy wants to open a huge portal, right? Where demons from like low like ABCD class and even S class demons can go through from S to D, okay? So S, A, B, C, D, all right? All those demons can go through the portal and go into human world and can just do whatever the hell they want. That's his big goal. That's what he wants to do, okay? And so you're probably wondering, how does the spirit detective who he was a spirit detective and his goal was to like help humans out and destroy demons, how does he come to wanting to open a portal and destroy all humans? As when Sensui was on a mission, right, that Koenma sent him on, and he comes across this in the mission. I'm not going to give all the details away, but he comes across this event, and this event makes him realize how horrible humans are, okay? Which is, you can find that in the chapter Black of Yu Yu Hakusho. And so, back to the Sensui 7, okay? So he has these 6 people working for him, and the entire time you're like, okay, Sensui 7, that's what the group is. And and then you realize that no, these 6 people, okay, were just puppets that he was using in his plot to open a portal between demon and human world, right? And the entire time, what he actually wanted, the Sensui 7, is that because he has 7 personalities, okay? The guy has 7 different personalities, okay?
Jeez.
7 people living in your head, playing cuckoo all the time. The guy is absolutely insane, okay? He has all these different personalities, and they're all crazier. There's only one who can, like, feel bad for people. There's only one who can kill without, like, even thinking about it. The guy's absolutely, like, crazy, okay? And there's, like, this power in Yu Yu Hakusho, and what's the name of it? I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I think it's called Sacred Energy, if I'm not mistaken, okay? And it takes 40 years to train to obtain it, right? But since he has 7 different personalities, he obtained it in just 6 years because 7 personalities train all the time, right? So it added up to 40 years more quickly. I don't know, F logic, I guess, but that's how it worked out. He's the only character who has the sacred energy, if I'm not mistaken, and the guy is absolutely amazing. I love his mission and the goal of opening a portal between demon world and human world. The fight with him and Yusuke and how he just just such a good villain. I think he's the best villain of Yu Yu Hakusho, and that's why he's my closing villain.
All right then.
Yeah.
I knew most of that stuff. I just didn't. I didn't remember it until just now.
Yeah. And right before getting on this podcast, I watched all of Chapter Black right to the end of it, where all his entire arc. And I mean, I really did my homework for this guy because I really feel like he's a great villain. And I mean, just this guy is just absolutely badass. This guy has so many layers to him. And even another point I'd like to make, okay? in the Sensui 7, the 6 people he was working with him, one of those people were an 11-year-old boy, okay?
Yuck.
And he decided to just like manipulate him and be like, oh yeah, you have a purpose in this mission, blah, blah, blah. And the entire time he just manipulated him, used him, and tossed him aside just because he wanted to complete his mission and open a portal. That's evil.
That
That is
is
evil.
sick.
Yeah, so that's my closing villain.
All right, so Kyo, did you manage to find a backup, or do you want me to go?
Yeah,
for the last
I
one?
have a backup, but if you want to go first, you can.
No, we've been going in row.
Is it Nappa?
Yes. No, it's not.
Nappa, not getting any love on the podcast today.
Because Nappa's hated. He's there, he leaves, that's it.
Everyone loves Nappa. They just don't want him on the list.
Everyone loves TFS Nappa. That's it.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's a reason Nappa's not on my list, and that's because it's not the TFS one.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Gio.
My final villain is... I don't know why I keep picking these obscure shows to talk about. I guess they just need love. The character is the Millennium Earl from an anime called D. Gray Man.
It's a good
Okay,
anime.
I have no idea who that is. Go ahead.
All right, so this character is... I don't know if he's basically the devil for this show, because the show is sort of got the... I don't know, the heaven and hell sort of spectrum going. But, so basically this character, whenever someone close to you dies, he will most likely appear to you and he will say, I can bring them back for you. And literally all you have to do is just say the name of the person that passed away. And he will bring up this skeleton, and the skeleton will transform into a robotic type of demon. And the soul will still be in there, but the robot is feeding off of the soul. So the person's soul is trapped on the inside, while the robotic demon is destroying or causing harms somehow.
Oh, wow.
It is a really twisted idea in my mind.
Well,
Like, it's-
That
yeah,
sounds
no one's
extremely
mind.
twisted, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is. The show itself is, or the show's villains themselves are kind of twisted. He's just the top of his game. I think that he's another villain that people should just go and check out and see if you guys like it.
Sounds like a really good villain, if you ask me.
I'm gonna say my original first, and then I'm gonna say the one Kyo reminded me of.
Go ahead.
So the original one on my list was Gajeel from Fairy Tail,
Oh, nice.
the metal dragon user, metal dragon slayer.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah, I was.
I don't know.
saying
Very
He
tell,
has
but
he
okay.
only saw like the first
that.
episode,
Okay,
and it's just
that,
not for him.
that explains his uncomfortable silence.
Yeah.
Well, sorry about that.
All right. So he is another villain turned hero, but
He's basically Vegeta.
he's basically Vegeta. It's just Fairy Tail versus Vegeta.
Yeah, but
But he and Natsu still have that rivalry, even when they're both on the same side of them both wanting to be the best. And there's a female wizard in Fairy Tail that starts melting away at Gajeel's heart. So like convincing him to be good. I can't really remember any of the actual villain stuff that he did because I haven't seen Fairy Tail in forever. But
Okay.
when he was villain, he was a badass. I just can't really say much about. One that Kyo reminded me of was the man in red from Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch all of Dead Man Wonderland. Please don't spoil. I'm watching it right now, okay?
What episode are you at?
I'm at the episode where the brother and the sister were fighting, and then he was fighting the sister. I'm at that part.
that sister is so sick.
Yeah, that sister is really
I
messed
like
up.
it when she's
But-
sweet, and then she turns into
Yeah.
a total fucking psycho.
I know. I really know. But the man in red is the guy at the very beginning who kills the entire class, right?
Right.
Yeah.
He kills the entire
That
class
scene.
and gives crap, I can't remember his name. Gives the main character his rants of sin.
Yeah.
Not much after that is revealed about him until later from where you are. So I can't really say much about him because I don't want to spoil it for you.
No, but like, I think he's like, from what I can tell, the guy has something against. I forget the main character's name too. He has something against him. He has something. He targeted him from the beginning. I don't know why, but I know he could have killed every single person in that classroom. And for some reason, he didn't kill that one guy. And this entire thing was pinned on him that he killed all the members of his class when it wasn't him. And I mean, I think he shares the same blood power as the man in red. Am I accurate when I say that?
Yeah, I think you are.
Similar type, I think.
Because
Okay.
It's not the exact same. That's all I
no,
know.
because everyone has a different branch of sin.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'm thinking that everyone has either gotten their branch of sin or the man in red's branch of sin is to branch it out to others and give them their own branch of sin unorganically.
Okay, I see what you mean.
All right. I think that's all our list then, guys.
All right, I want to ask one more question though. Pound for pound, who do you think has the most evil list of people?
Me.
Honest answer, man.
Honest answer.
I don't know. Wait, remind me. I'm gonna say my list, and then you guys go, and then we can like think about it. Okay.
Okay.
So my list is Light Yagami. I got Cell. I got Taguro. I got Sensui, and I got Orochimaru. That's who I got.
All right. I got Medusa, Boo, Kishin, Pain, and the Man in Red. I'm changing Gajeel to Man in Red.
Okay, yeah, good choice.
My list is Justice, Frieza, Orochimaru, Koichi Shido, the Claw, and the Millennium Earth.
I'm thinking Austin here.
Yay! I win.
I'm thinking like because I just have this weird feeling that the Man in Red he's got to be more. I think there's this like untapped like secret thing to him that he's he's mysterious. I have this weird feeling he can rival easily Cell and all the great Dragon Ball Z ones.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Just in terms of how horrifying he is.
But then I think my big one here. I got Light Yagami. I got like the god of the new world. What do you guys got? I mean, come on. I think I'm a top contender too. I don't know. I think it's I don't know.
I don't know. Put Light against Boo.
Or anybody else on our list, actually.
But you know what I mean, right?
Oh, wait.
In
Actually,
terms of how
I know.
evil.
I
In
know.
terms of how evil, Light's pretty evil.
Put Boo against Kishin, because Kishin isn't his real name. Or put Light against Kishin, because Kishin's not the real name of the guy.
Oh yeah, he does have a specific name, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap!
I win.
I think Austin's list.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jaian's list.
I'm gonna go with me, so therefore I win. You get no votes. Jane wins second place.
I don't know.
That actually is my actual answer, and I'm not just trying to be a dick.
You do like your list more than
I do like my list.
Okay.
most.
Then I'm
fair
switching
enough.
my vote to myself, so I win. Ah, no kidding.
I get my vote.
Flapnards.
No, but seriously, I think that covers it. Do you guys want to add anything before we start closing this out?
I'm good. I got nothing.
The only thing that makes a villain is the perspective.
All right, let's close this out, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this episode of Anime Podcasters, episode number 6.
Woo woo. Yeah.
That's amazing. Seriously, 6 episodes. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy we're sticking with this podcast. I just really enjoy doing it. We got a couple ideas for the next one. I was thinking we try Attack on Titans. We could maybe do that. There's High School of the Dead, and then
May as well get
there's
High School
also-
of the Dead out of the way.
We could do that, and then we had this other idea. We originally wanted to do a podcast where we chose 5 voice actors and why we liked them in anime, right? But I just felt like anime villains was just much more interesting. So we'll see, guys. We have all these ideas. Make sure to subscribe to DDS if you want to see these videos. Make sure to subscribe to Jaianmusic if you want to see this podcast. Also, the outro. So I just want to remind you guys, my name is Jaianmusic. My channel is Jaianmusic. Come check me out if you want to subscribe. Kyo, how can people check you out if they want to keep in touch with what you're doing?
If you guys want to keep in touch with what Daydreamer Studios is doing or what Caution Ginger is doing, he's got a Twitter and what is it at Caution Ginger?
At Caution At Caution Ginger and at Daydream Studios.
No, ours is
Ours is Daydream Studios.
I know
isn't
it is, but I'm talking about the link name.
Oh, the
ad.
tag. Okay.
The tag. The tag
at
for
Dreaming
at Dreaming Studios at twitter.com.
And at Caution Ginger at twitter.com.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and also, if I can plug this in, I am working on this really cool podcast that's very anime related.
Oh, yeah.
With Neko Yukihime. But we're gonna basically do this really cool podcast about Yu Yu Hakusho. It's gonna be a 4-episode podcast where there's 4 Yu Yu Hakusho sagas, and we're gonna go through each saga and talk about them in depth. We're gonna talk about each character, the episodes, what our thoughts about the episodes are. There's a really in-depth analysis about Yu Yu Hakusho. So if you are a fan of Yu Yu Hakusho, make sure to subscribe to our channels to check that out, because it's gonna be rolling around in the next few. Maybe in next 2 or 3 months. It's currently in production. I'm working on the script for the first podcast right now as we speak. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. If you want to do the recommendation, Kyo, and then we'll say our goodbyes.
It's dirty.
I actually had one other thing to say about the channel before we
Go ahead.
went
now.
into that. We're currently working on episode 3 for those of you Naruto Abridged fans. We've got the script. We got the script lined up. We're almost done with that, and then we're gonna move on to recording. And Zabuza's gonna be in it.
I know that.
Yeah.
Guys, Abza.
Awesome to have you back, by the way, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It was in the right timing, and I mean, I had such a good time recording that.
Yeah, that was a lot of
animated.
fun, man. Like,
It was a lot of fun.
Can't wait to do it again.
I showed the episode, and like people were loving it. People were like, just like, oh, this is hilarious. This is really funny. Blah blah blah.
were you promoting it on your channel or just?
Yeah, I know. I posted it on Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, okay.
And,
I didn't remember
but, like,
you.
I
I didn't remember you sharing it. I forgot that you did. I thought you just like sent it to a couple people.
No, and I also showed it to some friends when when they were at school and stuff, and I was like, oh, check this episode out, and they're like, wow, that's really funny.
All right. Well, thanks a lot.
For sure.
All right. Well, getting close to the end here, so we're gonna do the episodic recommendation of what anime you guys should go and check out.
This is the part that's dirty.
Yeah, this is the dirty part. What, you don't think writing Naruto Abridged is dirty?
Shut up.
All right, so our recommendation for you guys to check out this month is the anime Panty and Stocking. If you guys haven't seen that yet, it's basically like the cartoon show drawn together, but just go watch it. Check it out.
Lots more girl stuff.
It looks a lot like a cartoon, so it doesn't entirely look like an anime. So it's outside of the usual anime style that you guys are used to. So you guys can probably find it on animelist.com.
Yeah, my animelist.net.
Oh,
yeah.
my
don't have .com.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I guess I don't
It's
know.
a force
.net
of
stands for
habit.
network.
It's a force of habit.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you got to this point of the podcast, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I'm happy. I'm happy we could have we entertained you for this for the last hour.
Yeah, you bet.
So, guys, thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe to everyone. Have a great week, great month, and we'll see you in episode number 7. Peace out.
Bye, guys. Bye, dreamers.
Bye.